April 20th, 2012, there's some buzz going on around the internet about a newly, and I use that phrase lightly, a newly discovered asteroid that is going to come perilously close, February 15th of 2013. They say they have just named this asteroid 2012 DA14. I'll scroll down. Here's the orbital parameters. I want you to take note of a few things. Total number of observations used, 181. First observation was on February 23rd, 2012. The last observation was yesterday. It has a condition code of 4, which means about 40% uncertainty. And from what I've read, it's about 300 meters. Here's the interesting part, and then we'll get into exactly where this thing is and where it's going. On JPL's site, they also have this on the same object. This asteroid, they're saying, was just discovered, first observation this past February, 2 months ago. Almost 2 months to the day. Well, here's scientific data on this object from 1916, 1919, and then there's a big gap to 1996, 97, 98, 99, and then every year since, sometimes several times in the same year. Also, going back up to the orbital diagram, closest approach. Okay, right now I'm looking straight down on the solar system. Sun's in the middle. Here's the asteroid as of today. Here's Earth. Let's fast forward to February 15th, 2013. 1 day increments. Shouldn't take it long. It's an almost perfect orbit with the Earth, isn't it? Well, we looked at the orbital period. Went too far. Let me back this up. No, it didn't. Here we go. Alright, now I went too far. Back it up. February 15th, 2013. Let's make sure. Let's go down to the hour. And let's get the closest approach. We're moving away from it. Let's go the other way. Now you're getting into layers of atmosphere. You're getting awful close to geosynchronous satellite orbit. Alright, the closest it gets, 7.0 E-4AU. I'm sure there's a calculator out there that'll tell us what atmospheric layer that's in. This thing has a orbital period of 1 year. Well, 1 year and 1 day. It's like 366 days. They said they just found this, folks. Let me tilt the plane. As you can see, it's got a its orbit is somewhat inclined to ours, but it's nearly perfect. Let me zoom out just a little bit more. It's almost right in sync with Earth orbit, although it does have an incline, as you can see right here. Well, let's run backwards. Change this back to, we'll go back to 1 day. Let's rewind. Well, before I rewind, I'll have to make this calculation to see what this is in AU, astronomical distance. AU is the distance between the Earth and the Sun. I don't know which number to believe because they have this in this units, which we still need to calculate to get what this measurement is in AU, in decimal. But you look right here, February 15th, 2013, at 1926 UTC, plus or minus 7 seconds, it will be 0.000199869, and it goes on for about 12, 14 decimal points. Guys, that's pretty close. We checked out to see exactly how close. You can find these conversion tools all over the internet. We converted that number in AU to statute miles, 18,579.25 statute miles, with a 40% uncertainty. It's not so much the close encounter that bothers me, it's that did we just catch NASA in a very bold-faced lie? And I'm saying that is a question. We have not proved that yet, but as you can see right here, they've got data going back to 1916, and they want us to believe 1919, 1996, 97, twice it was observed in 2004. Okay. Weird thing is they don't project it past 2014. They could, but they don't. Maybe they don't expect it to make another pass. I said maybe. But then you come down here. First observation, February 23rd, 2012. Well, which is it? Which one are we going to believe? Was it first observed February 23rd, 2012? Or have they known about it since 1916? Which is it? Let's go back to the orbital diagram. Let's run it backwards and see where this was a year ago, 2 years ago. 1 day increment. Let's run it backwards. We're at the 1 day ahead of the closest approach. We're going to run backwards. 1 day increments. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. This looks artificial to us. When I say us, I mean our research team over at Truth Seekers Research Network. You can find us on Paltalk, or you can find us, let me stop this. You can find us at planetxresearch.com. As you see right here, October 20th, 2011, it just made a near pass. They didn't see it then. Let's rewind that. Actually, let's go forward. Watch. We have an encounter right about February 15th of this year. It just made a pass. A very close pass. Let's run it backwards some more. So we know that we have encountered it at least once. Well, let's go back again and see when the last encounter was. They just now found this, 300 meters, another encounter, pause. It was that close. February 16th, 2011. But it was first observed, as they would have you believe down here, February 23rd, 2012. And they've used a total of 181 observations since February 23rd to come up with the orbital parameters. Of course, the more observations they make, then the better this condition code gets. So just a heads up, guys, I don't know what to believe on this one. If anybody has any more information on this, we do have some key dates to look for. Any asteroids that may have been seen or were mentioned or passed, or any anomalies on February 15th or 16th, 2011. And just for the heck of it, let's go back one more year and see when the closest approach previous to that one was. At least we'll have a date. Looking for the next prior approach from February 2011. Fixing to have one here. Okay, looks like we had a very close approach around March 10th, 2010. Yep. Actually, it's closer than that. It's much closer than that. Okay, now it's starting to go away. Earth distance 0.0508 astronomical units on February 14th, 2010. So that's another key date that you can look up. So that's 2 prior close encounters. I'm sure we could go back every year and catalog more. But for the time being, we have February 14th, 2010, February 15th, 2011. You see how this is coming around? It does have a 1-year period. 1 year, and it seems 1 day. And its closest approach will be next year, February 15th, 2013, at only 18,570 some miles. Keep looking up, guys. Be safe.